Cool. Beyond the average episode. What episode are we on? Episode 5, I think. It must be episode 5. Anyways, this episode is about using and utilizing the lifeguards in your life when you might be in a state of drowning. Calms, you know what that means when I say that?
I think I'm gonna learn as you talk, so let me let you start.
I'll ask you this. Who do you turn to when it's all going wrong?
Literally or
in general? Like, when things are going wrong, what do you do? Like, what's your first reaction when things are going wrong in your life? Genuinely speaking, by the way.
Okay, so genuinely speaking, when things are going wrong, I do one or two things. I think it is to like myself, or I will like what do you call it? I don't know how to explain it, but like I'll have a conversation out loud.
Right.
I'll have a conversation out loud and break down the problem, break down solutions.
Right. And what are some of the questions you say you ask yourself?
How did I get here? Why am I here? Did I do anything wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. What did I do?
Yeah.
Not did I? Because you always did something wrong.
Right.
What did I do wrong? How long is it going to take? How long is it realistically going to take me to fix the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the ones on top of my head. I can't.
The subject means, right, of using the lifeguards in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it is? I think growing up, where we come from, yeah, or in general, just growing up, it's almost wrong as a man. I don't know about anything else, but as a man, it's almost wrong to ask for help when you do need help. It's almost you feel, is it guilty? Is it bad? Is it less of a man when you ask for help? Do you know what's so crazy, yeah? There's this quote by Mother Teresa in it. It's such a cute quote. And she said, I know God never gives you something you can't handle, but sometimes I wish He didn't trust me as much. You know, it's crazy sometimes. You could be in the peakest situation, and the easiest thing you could have done for yourself is just call on someone else. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, calm. You call on God. God, help me out. Help me with this situation. I'm struggling. But remember what we had when we had that conversation of where the opportunities, blessings, and miracles tend to come from. Do you know what I mean? He always blesses you through people, but He's the source. And it's like sometimes we're praying for the solution, and God sends us a solution, and we don't want that solution. We want a solution that they already. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I always, like today, I just had that epiphany in it. Because obviously today, I was like, nah, this is one of them ones. I'm gonna need a bailout. Like, I'm gonna need this lifeguard to get me out of this pool before it goes wrong. Before I stop breathing and the water stops flowing to you.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. Yeah. Like, even on the subject, even though what I do, like, I think, well, just on the subject, yeah, I think you're definitely right. I think it's more of an ego thing. I think, like, especially like if we're just talking about guys, like, especially like like it's this independence. Like I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of my consequences. I haven't always been it.
Yeah.
So if I'm in control of something, I'm the only one that can fix it.
Yeah.
And also, it's the whole. This is an added on. It's like a lot of like I don't like. It might be like even like just a trauma or something like that. Yeah, that's something that happened to you. But it's when someone helps you, and then they throw it back in your face that they helped you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you would have this if I didn't do this. Like, you would have this if I didn't give you that 250, or you would have this if I. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that is all of that. Those like.
You almost don't want to feel in debt with someone, isn't it?
Exactly. Like, as a guy, as a man as well, you don't like to be in debt with people. Because you know that, okay, one day this might come to bite. So I think that plays a big part in it.
So, it probably is the upbringing, innit? It's definitely, I feel, I can't lie, you touched on it still. I think it is a fear based of, you don't want people, you almost want to be dependent. Do you know what I mean? Self-dependent. You know when you were once dependent and you saw all the bullshit you received from being dependent on others, it's almost as if I don't want to end up in the same situation again. So I'll rather drown than ask for their help. But the problem is, again, creation's on the crown of the people at the end of the day, innit? Like, without people, we're nothing. Nothing. Elon Musk is nothing. Jeff Bezos is nothing. God is nothing without people. So it's like, no matter what, even though, maybe growing up certain people, and one thing we do forget is we were young, innit? So like, bro, you was like 16, 15. So your first original thought when helping someone definitely is what do I get back from it? Or like,
what do I get back?
Or like, you owe me for life. Like if anything happens now, if I ask you for something, you have to give it back to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, even like the little things. You'll go chicken shop, maybe your bedroom buys something for you, and then maybe another day he comes to you and you're like, nah, and then he's like, wait, but I swear I brought you that thing back then and you weren't talking loud like this before, G. So, and the thing is, the funniest thing is, this is the funniest thing, in those moments you brush it, but you don't realize it follows you to your adulthood. Now you won't even tell your Marge certain problems. You'd be like, nah, I ain't telling her because allow it, man. Plus now she's gonna be treating me like a child again. Do you know what I mean? It's some of those thoughts in it. It's just like, I don't know why as mandem we struggle with asking. Let me not even say mandem, because there's girls that struggle for asking for help. But for me, it's been one of my issues that I didn't realize. In it, like, I've been trying to ask myself, what are certain things I've learned about myself so far that I need to work on? And my thing is asking for help. Me, I'd rather die than ask for help. I'm telling you. You remember when I called you that day, the day when I had the blood clot, and you were like, "Gee, just call the ambulance." And I'm like, why would I do that? Leave it. I'm like, bro, I can't breathe. I'm about to call the ambulance. I'm like, nah, man, that's long. Now my mind's gonna start stressing. You know what I'm saying? It's always been my biggest problem. But then I realized today I took a jump, stuck my hand out of the water, called for the lifeguard, and the lifeguard jumped into the water and brought me back out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think a second fear is, to me personally, I don't know if you can agree with this. I think a second fear is if I ask and you say no. I genuinely think my heart can't take that. Being in a big problem. Like, imagine right now, like you're 10 bags down, your house is about to go, you're about to lose your house, and your bedroom has bread. You know he has the bread to give you. And you call him, and you're like, bro, you know I don't ask. I'm not someone that asks at all. I never ask. But this is one I need you. Like, I need you to come through for, man. And your bedroom says, hey, 10 racks. Like, yeah, bro, like I'm about to lose my crib. I hear it, but it's a bit sticky right now. I've got a holiday to go on, and like I've got certain things to buy in it. That my heart will break. My heart will not be able to take that. I think that's my biggest fear. Is me reaching out and the person turns the other cheek.
When I feel like definitely, I feel like, I think it depends on the person I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? If that kind of makes sense. So like, I feel like if it's my brethren, yeah, I think that's the fear. But I feel like if it's anyone else, if it's like someone like my mom or my dad, I think I think it's a mix of what you said. It's a fear of losing that independence that you see in me, but also that extra burden on you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like, I think it's very crazy that even at a point, ready to cry it.
You have to stay on it, bro. This is remember. Beyond the average is for the realest things, bro. It's for people again.
So if we're gonna be real in it, yeah. The reason I said that, is because it's crazy you brought this up here, because I was walking home from work today, and I had this exact thought in my head. I said to myself, I was like, gee, I put myself in I always do this anyway. Right. I always put myself in bad financial positions, always, all the time. I always put myself in bad financial positions, but I feel like I do it because I know, I always get back tenfold, innit? Right. I've always dug myself out of every single hole that I've got myself into, and I've never needed anyone to help me. Yeah. Obviously, from a certain age, from the age of maybe from the past 3 years, I would say, innit? Yeah. I've always got myself out of the hole, innit? So, and I was thinking, I was even thinking to myself, I was like, why did I not just ask someone, or why did I not just I could have easily fixed these problems for just asking. Yeah. But I would rather keep my pride and keep this whole thing of making independence. I feel just even logically, it's not logically, it's not even it doesn't make sense for you to put yourself in a bad position to keep your independence.
Yes, no, it doesn't make sense.
In theory.
And it almost goes against what being human is, and not even that. It goes against what feeling loved, cared for, and being in relationships and friendships. It goes against that whole idea, because at the end of the day, bro, two are better than one. The whole point of me being friends with someone is for them to lean on me and I can lean on them. For them to strengthen me when I'm weak, and they can strengthen, and I can strengthen them when they're weak. Simple. That's the whole point. So if you can't call on someone, then they're not your friend. Sometimes you have to deep it. Maybe that's even a defining moment for you. Sometimes you gotta test people as well. Call your bedroom. Bro, I need £100. I'm really down. You know your bedroom has bread, and he says, nah, I can't give it to you, bro. Don't get just there's a little thingy, but a real person, I promise you now, don't get just, I understand the idea of save yourself before you save someone else, but someone that truly deeply has deep love for you, I promise you they'll find a way. They might not even have it. They'll be like, alright, bro, let me try and call out. At least that's how you can tell, innit? True caring cannot be hidden. That's one thing I know in this life, bro. If you call someone, if someone was to call me now, one of the men them, or my family, and they call me, they're like, I need £200, right? And I didn't have £200 to my name right now. The amount of phone all day until we find out £200. There's no way, because then I won't be able to sleep at night. I think if someone can sleep at night, not only knowing you're in a stressful situation, that love ain't as strong as you think it is. It's not as strong as you think it is. Cause at the end of the day, that's what bro. Love is resonance, bro. Love is operating on the same frequency. Operating on the same frequency means you might not even be here in the room with me, but I can feel how you feel. You know, like you know, like when a man gets cheated on by his girl. Like, you remember, like me back in the day, and you be more. That's how things are meant to operate.
It's crazy because I have the both of us in it. Like, we both in that situation, and like, we both was more mad in the situation when it happened.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's
like the anger. I don't know how to even explain it.
It's just you feel how they feel. That's exactly what humility is. I feel exactly how you feel. Humility, don't get to this. Humility shouldn't just be kept for relationships. It can be taken anywhere, innit? Like, you see a homeless man on the ground and they're asking you for money. You feel like, even though maybe you don't have the money, just I feel how you feel. Even though I've never been in your situation, I can still feel you almost feel unuseful because you're asking. You seem needy rather than needed, innit? But my point is, right, I've learned today, and I do believe everyone probably has this little hurdle of asking for help. And the funniest thing is, you'll do yourself a big disservice for no reason. Like, use what God gave you, which is friends and family. Do you know what I mean? You can pray all day, keep praying. God is not going to come down and sign a check for you. A human is. God is the source, don't get it twisted. But you're going to need the source of using your mouth and saying, I need help. And the thing is, okay, I understand. So the asks this all the time. People don't want to help someone that always needs help. But if you're someone that you barely ask for help, you're always on your thing, you're always getting your shit done, but now you shout them, 9 times out of 10 people are more even viable to help you out because you don't ask for help. So if for you to even come and ask for help, it must be serious, because they know before this guy came to me, he definitely tried it himself. He didn't just try and get bailed out straight away. Do you know what I mean? Go on.
Although you are right, yeah, but I think that's the reason why they don't do it. So you said, yeah, like, the person will be more inclined to do it, innit? Mm-hmm. Which is true. But from the independent person perspective, it's like, gee, I'm the one that's always mocking people for asking for stuff, yeah, just for me to be in that position. And although it's one time, all it takes is one time.
Alright, cool.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But see the word you use. But this is the word you use. This is how people do themselves dirty. You use the line mocking people for asking for help. That's why. In fact, that's even your karma. That's even your karma. That's your. Those who mock shall end up being mocked themselves, bro. It's written in plain.
Or let me say this. Instead of mocking, yeah, let's say everyone's had or has that friend that's always the one that wants to ask him. Mm-hmm. And you always tell yourself, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm that. That can definitely be me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then now when it comes to a position where like you've exhausted your subconscious, and I was like, now you actually need someone to help you. It's like, you're telling yourself you can't.
And this is why, bro, there's a saying that I had last year was, the thought you place on another is the thought you've already placed on yourself. It's just waiting to happen, innit? This is why I'm very careful, because if I mock a man for getting cheated on, I'm very sure God's gonna make me get cheated on. I'm quite sure about it. It's always the guy. As soon as you say that could never be me, you've written it in stone. It's gonna be you one day. That's why you gotta be careful and just everything boils down to humility. At the end of the day, you just don't know why a man is going through what he's going through, innit? And you almost have to just have the humility of joy is that could be me. If I didn't know what I know, and I only knew what he knew, that would have been me, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel when I'm walking into Tesco and walking into these shops and I see people working these long hours, and I'm like, if these lot knew what I knew about crypto winners and all these things, bro, you would not you would not let your manager talk to you anyhow. You would not let him talk to you anyhow. You'd be like, bro, I'm out of here, I'm going to trade or something. What is, again, your life almost depends on the knowledge you have in it at the end of the day, innit? But back to this thing of when you're drowning, call for the lifeguards in your life. Don't be scared to call for the lifeguards, because again, you have to ask yourself, would you be able to hear a drowning man who isn't saying he's drowning? And then when you drown, the worst part is you will always put the blame on people around you sometimes. That's the worst part. Sometimes you'll be like, why didn't they help me? Whole time you didn't even speak up. You didn't speak up. Maybe they call you like, oh, are you okay? Are you right? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then, but you're not really good. Shit is not looking good for you. But you're saying, yeah, I'm good. And then when the bullshit happens and you're stressed, you're depressed, you're going through it, it's hard, you're now going to say, why couldn't they notice though? Why couldn't they notice even the change in my tone? But that's not their job. Their job is to ask you, are you okay? You reply, yes, or no, I'm not okay. Okay, so how can we work on getting you back to okay, or even good, or better, or gracious? Now, if you say to your brethren, if your family, brethren, whatever, they call you, or it's when it's calling you already is an act of showing that they care, anyways. But if they ask you, are you okay? And you say, no, I'm not okay. And they're like, oh, well, just cheer up. Well, they don't really care, but at least you know now that, okay, this is not someone I'm going to go to if I want to express my feelings. It's quite simple. At the end of the day, yeah, the truth is not everyone cares, but people are always open to helping you. Do you know what I mean? So the whole point of this was just to touch on the thing of asking for help. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help when you need it. Yes, don't let it be your last resort. Yes, try it yourself. If you see that it's not going to work with just you, go and ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Okay? I'm going to end the episode there.